Mechanics probably don't get paid the way you think, and that crazy shop labor rate, that $200, $180 shop labor rate, is not going to your mechanic. It is not going to your service writer. Maybe an eighth of it, a 16th of it. Now, the way it used to be, mechanics would make 40% of each job that they would do, 40 to 50%. So like, let's say I put out this job, it costs $300 to do the job, parts and labor. Well, I'm gonna make $150 off of that, right? Now, that was like maybe back in the 1950s, 1960s, 70s. The industry has shifted into flat rate pay scales and flat rate with a guarantee. And some shops, independent shops, are still hourly, and I'm going to touch on all of them. But if you are not aware what flat rate pay is, it's basically you get paid on labor hours. So you have a book time. Each shop uses a different guide. Dealerships all tend to use the same guide, but like independent shops, you have Mitchell, All Demand, Pro Demand. You have a lot of different guides that you can use. They're all similar. They're different in some jobs. Like some jobs will pay 5 hours, some they'll pay 5.5, some they'll pay, like a difference within 0.5 to 0.6. Anyway, so what that means is, let's say, I'm going to break down a simple example. Brakes. Brakes typically pay an hour per axle. So both wheels, your front axle would be an hour. I would get paid an hour of labor. So I'll have my own hourly wage, but I'm not going to get paid hourly. I'm going to get paid the hours that I turn. So my hourly wage is going to say, like, let's say it's $40 an hour. I'm not going to get paid for the 40 hours an hour that I'm there. I'm going to get paid for each hour that I turn on a car. So it's going to be $40 for each hour. It works in some shops, depending on the week. You can turn a lot of money, and you can make a lot of money if you turn over the time that you're there. So some like very good mechanics have been known to be at work for 40, 50 hours and turn 100, 120 hours of work. It's happened, and they make insane checks. The problem with that pay structure, that pay scale, is it's pushing production more than it's pushing quality, and there's a lot of comebacks, there's a lot of failures, there's a lot of problems inside of that industry. And then you also have the problem of when cars aren't available, when parts aren't available, when anything out of the ordinary goes wrong on a car, and then the mechanic just gets screwed. The mechanic has to eat the cost for the shop. Almost always the mechanic ends up eating the cost. And that's why, I don't know if you've seen, but mechanics are fleeing the industry. They're running from the industry. They don't want to be mechanics anymore. And it's partially, yes, cars suck to work on, but that's not it. We're going to fix cars as long as there's cars to be fixed. But we got to be respected and paid to do it. I'm not gonna break my back, break my neck, break my knuckles to make no money. There's no point in that. I can make the same kind of money at McDonald's these days, and that is ridiculous. But beside the point. So that shop labor rate, generally shops in my area, typically 160 an hour to 210 an hour, depending on the shop. Dealerships are generally a little bit more. I've been an independent tech my whole life. I don't like the dealerships. I'm going to make a separate video on difference between dealership and an independent mechanic, but yeah, not a huge fan. Anyway, if you're still here, if you guys could hit that like and that subscribe, it helps the channel a ton. And yeah, let's get into it. So as a mechanic, you're going to see maybe an eighth of that shop labor rate. So use me as an example. Most Michigan mechanics make anywhere from 30 to 50 an hour, depending on their skill level. Master mechanics make 45 to 55, depending on the area, if they're very good. I am a B-level tech. B-level techs make anywhere from around 30 to 40 an hour, depending on the area. And, we get paid pretty good. The problem is, as a B-level tech, most of the hard jobs are going to be pushed to me, to the B-level techs, to the C-level techs, because of opportunity costs. So they can pay me less than they pay their master mechanic to get the same job done in generally a little bit more time. So I'm making less money. The master mechanic's making less money, but the shop is making more money. And so they've seen that, they keep doing that, they keep revolving that door, and then it ends up being the mechanics that get the best work are going to be your apprentices, that are going to get the gravy jobs, that get your suspension, your alignment, your jobs that are easy to do, like your starters, your alternators. They're a quick part replacement that pay a good amount of hours. That's going to go to your apprentices, because the shop doesn't want to pay that master mechanic their $50 an hour wage for 100 hours. They just don't want to do that. So then they're going to screw that master mechanic. And that master mechanic's only going to get really hard diagnostic jobs. That master mechanic's only going to get really hard timing jobs. That master mechanic is eventually going to get fed up because he can only turn 30 to 40 hours a week with the pay structure and with the jobs that are being dispatched to him. And he's eventually going to leave. And then that shop is still charging you that same amount regardless of what mechanic works on your car. So like, in my opinion, it's pretty messed up. There should be a different labor rate for the work that you're doing. There's advanced diagnostics. Your labor rate should be more expensive than if you're getting tire rods changed. That's, in my opinion, there's no reason that tie rod replacement should cost $210 an hour and an engine replacement also costs $210 an hour. There's no discrepancy there, and there needs to be for the shop, for the mechanic, and especially for the customer. I mean, you guys are paying a lot of money for generally inexperienced techs to work on your vehicles. And the industry's feeling it. I mean, the Ford CEOs came out and said there's 5,000 techs missing. The Toyota CEOs came out and said something similar. I mean, there's techs and mechanics missing from every shop across the nation because of this. So like, when does it change? When do the mechanics start getting, and not even what we deserve, just like taken care of, paid? I mean, you can't do the work that you're bringing in without a craftsman, and a craftsman can't do the work that you're bringing in without the salesman. You know, both need to work in tandem, and it's just not happening at this point. So that is how a mechanic is paid. That's where your shop rate is going. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is very expensive to run an automotive shop. You have like, just besides the cost of, lights, rent, and keeping your building on, there's a lot of insurances that go into keeping legal automotive shops.